Good morning, children. In previous class, we have learned how strength of acids and bases are expressed in terms by using the pH scale, as we have studied the role of pH in everyday life. In today's class, we are going to learn about the salts. Okay, children. Then, what is salt? Actually, this salt is an ionic compound containing a positive ion other than hydrogen ion and a negative ion other than hydroxyl ion or oxide ion is called a salt. Okay, usually salt is a compound containing positive ion other than hydrogen and negative ion other than hydroxide ion or other oxide ion other oxide ion is called a salt. Examples for the salts are sodium chloride, sodium sulfate, sodium nitrate. See here, it is a salt. In this sodium chloride salt, sodium is the positive ion. This sodium is the positive ion, and this chloride is the negative ion. Here also in this case, in sodium sulfate, here sodium is positively charged ion and this sulfate is negatively charged ion. Here in this case, in sodium nitrate, again sodium is positively charged ion and this nitrate is negatively charged ion. Therefore, salt is an ionic compound. It is a ionic compound. It is an ionic compound containing a positive ion other than hydrogen ion and a negative ion other than hydroxyl ion. See here, this is positive ion. It is not hydrogen, it is a sodium positive ion. Okay, and this is chloride, it is not hydroxide ion. So salt is a compound containing a positive ion other than hydrogen ion and a negative ion other than hydroxyl ion or oxide ion is called a salt. When metal oxides, metal hydroxides, metal carbonates, okay, when these metal hydroxide, metal carbonate, metal oxides, they react with the acids. When all these, okay, metal oxides, metal hydroxides, metal carbonates and metal, they react with the acids, they will form salt as one of the product. Salt as one of the product along with other side products. Similarly, the salt is formed when acid reacts with the base. Salt is also one of the product when acid reacts with base. Okay, for example, when hydrochloric acid reacts with the sodium hydroxide, this hydrochloric acid is strong acid and this sodium hydroxide is strong base. When they react, they will form sodium chloride salt. Okay, sodium chloride salt along with the formation of water. Let us see some more salts. In this table, we have mentioned the salts and their chemical formula and the acids and bases from which these salts are formed. In first column, we have written name of salt. In second column, we have written chemical formula. In third column, we have written base from which salt is formed. In the fourth column, we have written acid from which salt is obtained. Okay, see here, first one is sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate, it is a salt. It is formed by sodium hydroxide and sulfuric acid. When this base and this acid reacts, sodium sulfate is formed. Next one is potassium sulfate. Okay, this potassium sulfate is formed when potassium hydroxide reacts with sulfuric acid. Next, this calcium sulfate. Chemical formula of this calcium sulfate is CaSO4. It is formed when calcium hydroxide reacts with the sulfuric acid. Next one is magnesium sulfate. This salt is formed when magnesium hydroxide reacts with the sulfuric acid. Next one is copper sulfate, CaSO4. It's the chemical formula of this copper sulfate. This salt is formed when copper hydroxide reacts with the sulfuric acids. Okay, so next one is copper chloride. Okay, the chemical formula of this copper chloride is CuCl2. This salt is formed when copper hydroxide reacts with hydrochloric acid. Next one is sodium nitrate. chemical formula is NaNO3, and this salt is formed when sodium hydroxide reacts with the nitric acid. Next one is sodium carbonate. The chemical formula of this salt is Na2CO3, and this salt is formed when sodium hydroxide reacts with the carbonic acid. Next one is ammonium chloride. It is formed when ammonium hydroxide reacts with the hydrochloric acid. Next one is ammonium sulfate. Okay, this ammonium sulfate is formed when this ammonium hydroxide, it is a base, when it reacts with the sulfuric acid, this ammonium sulfate is formed. Okay children, on the basis of the type of cation and anion present in salts, they are categorized into different families. Okay, then let us see what is family of salts. Okay, what is family of salts? Salts belonging to same positive or negative radicals. Radicals means nothing, ions. The salts belonging to same positive or negative radicals are said to belong to a family. See here how they belongs to a family. We will see with the example so that you can understand easily. On the basis of the above definition, a family of salts can be named after positive radicals, that is metallic ions. Positive radicals are metallic ions. They are the metal ions. Okay, if the same kind of metal ions are present, then that family is represented by that metallic ion. Next one is negative radicals. Okay, that is non-metallic ions. We will see metallic ions and non-metallic ions. Children, see here how salts are categorized into families on the basis of type of cation and type of anion, or we can also say like this, on the basis of type of metallic ion and type of non-metallic ion. These salts are categorized into different families. Let us see first example. See here, this is sodium sulfate. This is sodium nitrate. This one is sodium carbonate. In all these three salts, sodium is the metallic ion. See here, in this salt, sodium is the positively charged ion. It is a metal, so we can say this as metallic ion. In this salt also, in sodium nitrate also, sodium cation is the metallic ion, and here also sodium cation is the metallic ion. So we can say this, all these three salts, they belongs to family of sodium salt. They belongs to family of sodium salt. Here we are expressing that family in terms of its metallic salt. Okay, on the basis of type of metallic ion present. Here in all these three salts, sodium metallic ion is present. Therefore, this whole family is said to be family of sodium salt. Next one we will see, it is ammonium chloride. It is ammonium sulfate. Okay, in ammonium chloride, ammonium cation. Okay, ammonium cation is the cation present in these two salts. Actually, it is not metallic ion. So, on the basis of type of cation, basis of type of cation present in these two salts, these two are categorized into a family, and this family of these salts is said to be family of ammonium salts. Family of ammonium salt, because in these two salts ammonium cation is common. Therefore, these two salts, they belongs to family of ammonium salt. Let us see next one. See here, this one is copper sulfate. This is copper chloride. Okay, so see here in this in copper sulfate, copper is the metallic ion. Here also copper is the metallic ion. Okay, and these two salts, they are having same kind of metallic ion or same kind of cations. Therefore these two salts, they belongs to the family of copper salt. They belongs to the family of copper salt. So see here, we have in all these three examples, we are categorized all these salts into different families on the basis of type of cation present in a salts. Okay, let us see a few more examples. This is sodium sulfate, this is potassium sulfate, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, copper sulfate. Okay, in all the cases, sulfate is the anion. In all the cases, sulfate is the anion. Okay, sulfate anion is common in all the salts. Therefore, this kind of family, this family is said to be family of sulfate salt. Okay, this group of salt is said to be this group of salts belongs to family of sulfate salts, because here the anion is common in all the salts. On the basis of the type of anion present in all the salts, we are categorized this group of salts into family of sulfate salts. Next we will see, this one is copper chloride, ammonium chloride, sodium chloride. In all the places, chloride ion is the common anion present. So on this basis, this group of salts are categorized into family of chloride salt. This group of salts are categorized into family of chloride salt. Let us see next one. This is sodium nitrate, this is potassium nitrate. In these two salts, negative ion is same, that is nitrate. Therefore, this group of salts belongs to family of nitrate salt. Nitrate salts. Like this, we can say family of salts. Okay, so this starting three families. Okay, in starting three families, and a cation in salt are same. Okay, cation in salt, they are same. In next three examples, anion in salt are same. On that basis, we have categorized this group of salts into different families. Okay, let us see what is the pH of the salts. Okay, when we measure the pH of these salts, on the basis of the pH of these salts can be categorized into three categories: normal salts, acidic salts, basic salts. Okay, let us see one by one. When we check the pH of a salts, okay, if they are having pH equals to 7, then those salts said to be normal salts. Are said to be normal salts or neutral salts. Okay, if the pH is less than 7, then those salts is said to be acidic salt. Okay, if the pH is greater than 7, then those salts are said to be basic salts. Okay, we can measure the pH of these salt solutions by using the pH papers, and we can find out the pH of these salts. On the basis of their pH values, salts are categorized into normal salts or neutral salts, acidic salts, and basic salts. Let us see how normal salts are formed, how acidic salts are formed, and how basic salts are formed. First we will see the normal salts. Usually these normal salts are formed when strong acids reacts with strong bases. Okay, the salts formed when strong acids reacts with strong bases are said to be normal salts because the salts formed during this reaction, okay, the salts formed during this reaction, they have the pH value equals to 7. pH value of the salts will be 7. Example for normal salts are sodium chloride, potassium chloride, sodium fluoride, sodium nitrate, potassium sulfate. See here, the sodium chloride is a salt formed when strong acid like hydrochloric acid reacts with the sodium hydroxide. Next, this potassium chloride, it is a salt, it is a normal salt, it is a neutral salt. It is formed when hydrochloric acid reacts with the potassium hydroxide base. The sodium fluoride, this hydrofluoric acid, when it reacts with sodium hydroxide, this is strong acid, this is strong base. And the sodium nitrate is formed when strong acid like nitric acid reacts with sodium hydroxide. And potassium nitrate is formed when nitric acid reacts with the potassium hydroxide. And this potassium sulfate is formed when sulfuric acid reacts with the potassium hydroxide. So like this, when strong acids reacts with the strong bases, the salts formed are said to be neutral salts because the pH of these salts will be 7. Therefore, they are said to be normal salts or neutral salts. Let us see next one. Acidic salt. These salts are formed, acidic salts are formed when strong acids reacts with weak bases. Okay, the salts formed during the reaction between strong acids and weak bases are having the pH value less than 7. Okay, if the pH value is less than 7, then nature of that particular substance will be acidic. Therefore, here these salts, the salts formed during the reaction between strong acids and weak bases are having the pH value less than 7. Therefore, they are said to be acidic salts. Example for the acidic salts are aluminum chloride, ferrous chloride, ferrous sulfate, zinc sulfate, cuprous chloride. See here, this aluminum chloride is formed when strong HCl reacts with the aluminum hydroxide, and this ferrous chloride is formed when hydrochloric acid reacts with ferrous hydroxide. Okay, this ferrous sulfate is formed when sulfuric acid reacts with ferrous hydroxide. Zinc sulfate is formed when sulfuric acid reacts with zinc hydroxide. This copper chloride is formed when hydrochloric acid reacts with the copper hydroxide. See here, all these acids used here, they are all strong acids, and the bases used here are weak bases. Okay, already I have given the list of strong acids, strong bases, okay, in previous class. So try to remember those strong acids, strong bases, weak acids, weak bases. Okay, so the salt pH of these salts, pH value of these salts is less than 7. Therefore, these salts formed when strong acid reacts with the weak bases, they are having the pH value less than 7. Therefore, they are said to be acidic salts. Next, we will see basic salts. What are basic salts? Okay, these basic salts are formed when weak acid reacts with strong base. When weak acid reacts with the strong base, the salt formed will have the pH value greater than 7. We know that if the pH value of any substance is greater than 7, then it is basic in nature, or it is said to be base. Therefore, the salt formed when weak acid reacts with strong base is having pH value greater than 7. Therefore, that salt is said to be basic acid. Example for the basic acids are sodium carbonate, sodium acetate, potassium carbonate, potassium acetate. Okay, here this sodium carbonate is formed when carbonic acid reacts with sodium hydroxide, and the sodium acetate is formed when acetic acid reacts with sodium hydroxide, and this potassium carbonate is formed when carbonic acid reacts with potassium hydroxide, and this potassium acetate is formed when potassium acetate is formed when acetic acid reacts with the potassium hydroxide. Children, see here, the acids used here, they are all weak acids. They are all weak acids, and the bases used here are all strong bases. Okay, so this is how salts are categorized into normal or neutral salts, acetic salt and basic salt on the basis of their pH value. Okay, let us see common salt. Okay, chemical form of common salt. Actually, this common salt is nothing but it is table salt. Okay, chemical name of this common salt is sodium chloride, and this chemical formula is NaCl. So, sodium chloride, NaCl, is the chemical formula of the common salt. Common salt is also said to be table salt. Okay, this sodium chloride or common salt is formed when strong acid like hydrochloric acid reacts with the strong base sodium hydroxide. It forms sodium chloride and water. Okay, here sodium chloride is the main product and water is the side product. And this common salt is present in seawater. Okay, it is present in seawater. About 4% of common salt is present in seawater. Okay, when this seawater is collected in shallow pits near seashore and allowed to evaporate. When the seawater is collected in a shallow pits near the seashore and allowed to evaporate, the crude common salt and sand remains after the evaporation. Okay, the water present in the seawater, it gets evaporated, leaving behind the crude common salt and sand. Okay, further this crude common salt is crystallized, is subjected to crystallization, and it is further purified by using the crystallization technique, and after the crystallization process, the salt obtained will be pure. The salt obtained after the crystallization process will be pure, and it is used for the multipurpose. Also, this common salt is found in deposits of common salt are found, okay, and are brown in color. We found deposits of common salt in different parts of the world. Okay, they are actually this deposits of common salt, they are brown in color due to the presence of impurities. Actually, pure common salt, it is white in color, but this deposit of solid common salt, deposits of solid common salt, actually they are brown in color, because this brown color of this common salt is due to the presence of impurities in it. Without impurities, salt will be white in color. Okay, brown solid common salt is said to be rock salt. Okay, it is mined like coal. Okay, how we are mining the coal, like that this deposit of solid common salts are mined and purified, and it is put into use for different activities. Actually, this common salt is used as a raw material. It is used as a raw material to prepare different chemical compounds like chlorine gas, hydrogen gas, sodium hydroxide, baking soda, washing soda, bleaching powder. Okay, children, in this chapter we are going to learn about sodium hydroxide, baking soda, washing soda, bleaching powder in detail, how they are prepared, what is the properties of these salts, and how they are useful. All these things we will learn in this chapter.